Oh. Nielsen, one of the coaches for Great Britain, along with Adam Keefe, as we welcome you to Riga, Latvia. Triple header Saturday, day 9 of the 2021 IIHF Men's World Hockey Championship. Philip Pizan in behind the bench for the Czech Republic. Czech Republic coming off back-to-back victories. It's a back-to-back situation for Great Britain as they're coming off a loss to Sweden yesterday. There's Jan Kovac, the captain of the Czech Republic team. And Roman Will get the start for the Czech Republic in this game. Brief action with the Colorado Avalanche. Played one period back a few years ago. And Jackson Whistle, former Kelowna Rocket, started his EIHL career with Belfast, now plays in Nottingham. And he will get the start for Great Britain in this game.
Battle of the backups, as Will had one period of action in the Czech Republic's second game, and Whistle played the first game for Great Britain against Russia.
It was back in 15-16 that Roman Will played 18 minutes for the Colorado Avalanche. So this one gets going as Dominik Kubalik will send it cross ice to Hronek. Hronek wires it from the right side. And very early in this game, Czech Republic in on the attack, and Jackson Whistle, a good stop.
Hronek still looking for his first goal, but he's just so tricky at the blue line. Plays a ton of minutes for this team. He's their quarterback on the power play, and if you get open, he'll put it on your stick.
Another face-off win, this one by Kovac. This goes off a stick way up in the air, and Jackson Whistle reaches up and grabs it and hangs onto it.
The Czech Republic, they want to do what every other team has done, which is outshoot Great Britain.
Another face-off win for the Czech Republic. Musil plays it down for Dominik Kubalik. He'll send it on for Filip Zadina. Zadina for Kovac. He was looking backdoor for Kubalik, intercepted. Gets cleared out at center. And now Liam Kirk, the leading goal getter in this tournament with 5. Plays it back at the line, slap shot by Phillips, that whistled wide. O'Connor will play it back in behind the net for Connolly. He got it up front to Kirk and just off the end of his stick. Kubalik will send it on to Kovac. He'll lift a backhander in. Both teams start the first line change of the game, and Ben Lake has it for Great Britain. Phillips will chase it to the near side. David Phillips. This gets deflected in by Perlini. And the Czech Republic back on the regroup. Cloak on for Sekac. He'll go rink wide. Brana drops it back. In tight chance, and Jackson Whistle gets his helmet taken off, and that's going to bring some action as Clements gets into it there with Sekac.
Sekac caught the netminder as the puck was going towards the net. He's going to get a penalty for that. Sekac usually finds himself in the middle of trouble most games, and Great Britain will open on the power play. Here's the entry into the zone. Verana puts it to the center part of the ice. Sekac knocks the helmet off of the goaltender. Whistle. Mask comes flying off. This was a slap shot earlier from Phillips that goes off the top of the shoulder. It was like a fluttering puck off the toe. And Liam Kirk, he's been wonderful in getting the puck past goalies. This one's off the toe of his stick, just not strong enough to get that puck towards the net. The referees are having a bit of a conference here, together with Jan Kovac, the captain. And we've already seen Sekac in the penalty box. Brana to the middle. No opportunity there for Stanichka. And there's the contact. That's a heavy blow for Jackson Whistle to absorb. And perhaps the veracity to that is changing the idea. So I overheard 2 + 10 for checking to the head for Sekac. That's how close we are to the penalty box. You can hear the referee talking to the timekeeper and pushing and shoving afterwards. And it's going to be 4-on-4. Just waiting for the penalties to Great Britain to come through after that pushing and shoving.
But Great Britain has 2 players in the penalty box. Clements is in there, Kieran Long is on there. is in there, and Yuri Sikac.
The 2+10 is for the battle afterwards. The goalie interference on Sikac, so he's just got the 2-minute goalie interference. It will be 4-on-4, that much we know. So that's the check to the head to the Great Britain player for afterwards, and Kieran Long will be in the penalty box along with David Clements, who gets the 2+10.
Fleck gets it back at the line. Dished off there for Spacek. On it comes for Sulak. Schuster. Schuster will dish it off. Michael Spacek trying to get that to the net. Comes all the way around the boards. And Andre Schuster will circle back. 21 minutes and 37 seconds for Andre Schuster against Sweden. He led the Czech Republic in ice time in that game. On for Sulak, on for Spacek. Spacek with Fleck. Fleck finished that game with the empty netter. Libor Hayek takes it around the net. He was on the backhand, couldn't try the wraparound. Gets it on for Hronek. Hronek sends it in front of the net, bouncing puck. Hronek gets the loose puck. Chased there by Connolly. He'll play it on for Spacek. Spacek walks it out front, looking far side, missed the net. Back at the line for Hronek and poked off his check by Connolly. And back for it is Hayek.
Hronek is so smooth with the puck. It almost looks like he's casual, but it's not. It's just a lot of confidence with it. Very silky in pulling it in and around. That toe drag with the square toe of his stick.
Phillips will take it in front of his own bench. Sends it near side. Jones gets to center and sends it in. Second game of this championship for Sam Jones. Zadina hits the line. Zadina tried to get that to the front of the net where Robin Hansel was headed. Sklenichka circles back, tried to get it back for Cloak, who had the game winner against Sweden in that wild third period. Pass down low, that just skipped away from Zadina, or he was in alone. And now the 4-on-4 is over. Kieran Long, who was in serving the minor, comes out, as does Sikac. And we're back to 5-on-5 here.
We go back to the opening game for the Czech Republic against Russia. Here's Hronek. Hronek is able to handle it, give it to Spacek, who keeps looking for a better angle. He had room up top, but he missed. But it was a 3-3 game between the Czech Republic and Russia. Late in that third period, the Czechs kind of dumped the puck in and went for a change. It was a quick up from Provorov to Grigorenko, who scored with 19 seconds left to take the 4-3 win. This goes off the side of the net. And that seemed to just really stutter the Czech Republic. And they couldn't recover. They lost their next game to the Swiss 5-2.
Kieran Long, who plays for Belfast, had that shot that went blocker side and just off the Czech Republic net. Back to the line. Blast through some traffic by Schuster. That's turned aside by Whistle. Looking back at center, and this is cleared in by Lakowitz. Comes around the boards. Jonathan Phillips with the C back on his jersey for this game. Plays it around the boards. The C was handed on to Matthew Myers for their last game. It was the 100th IIHF event game, or game for Matthew Myers. So they put the C on his jersey for that special occasion.
Phillips had got to 100 games a couple of games ago. Now Myers is there.
Kovac dumps it off. Hronek, backdoor play, penalty coming up. And Jackson Whistle down, and somehow that does not get across the goal line.
Redirected, but back into the blue paint. My goodness, there is Hronek being a part of the rush. Let's see the captain, Jan Kovac, who had a 2-point game against Sweden. Power play marker and a helper to help the victory. He gains the zone, moves it to Hronek, who puts it out front, and Blumel puts it back into Jackson Whistle, who had committed to Hronek. And that was a wide open net that was missed, but there's a penalty on the play coming on the back check. So the Czech Republic, we talked about Britain staying on the penalty box. They're in there now.
So they haven't helped themselves. They were going to go on a power play, and then they took themselves out of that with the retaliatory penalty. And Now Phillips goes to the box, and the Czech Republic with that deadly power play going to work. 45.4%, number one in the World Championship, 5 for 11 with the man advantage. Hronek waits for it at the line, tees it up, doesn't shoot it. Kubalik does, save made, rebound. Zadina's shot got blocked. It was headed for the open side. Hronek, Kubalik, Zadina tried to get it back to Kubalik, blocked in front of the net. Zadina on it again for Kovac, away from him. Seacatch chases it down. Rolling puck, he'll jam it back to Kubalik and gets it down for Kovac. Kovac back for Kubalik. Kubalik backdoor looking for Kovac. That got deflected away. Good defensive play there by Richardson. Back up top for Hronek. Hronek walks it in. Lets the shot go. Whistle got a piece of it. Kubalik back down to the goal line. Kovac sends it on for Kubalik. Walks it in. Lets the shot go. And that goes wide. And the rebound all the way around the boards. And a wholesale change. And the netminder, Will, had to come out and handle it, or Will Roman had to come out and handle it. Back to the front of the net, that got turned away. And sent up at center ice. Hedl will carry this in. Spacek back at the line. Sulak sends it across, it comes back for Spacek, walks it in, doesn't shoot it. Sulak does, save made, whistle. And played around the boards and back out the center.
That's a better job as the Achilles heel for Great Britain on their penalty kill is they just weren't able to get the puck out of the zone. A lot of times they have a clear lane to get it down the ice. That wouldn't happen, and they'd spend more time on the penalty kill in their own end.
Stransky for Spacek, short side try, and the save made by Whistle. Scoreless here in period number one, Great Britain and the Czech Republic. Three shots on that power play for the Czech Republic. A couple others got blocked. Libor Hayek plays this to the front of the net, deflected away from him. And Kirk will play this up at center and send a backhander in. And this is going to be an icing call against Great Britain.
This line has played well together for Great Britain. Liam Kirk, the youngster who can certainly shoot the puck when he gets open, whiffed on one earlier in this game, but he's always going to be around the net. Brendan Connolly, who I think it's kind of like playing against a porcupine. You know, he's going to find a way to bug you. And Robert Dowd normally is out there and able to retrieve pucks. Made a quick little change and have Luke Ferrara out there for a shift.
Kubalik whistled one over the net, which then begs the question, when did you ever play against the porcupine?
Oh, Dennis, played in a lot of leagues.
There's a shot, save made, rebound cleared. And as Roman Will got in front of that. And Jones back in his own zone. Sends it cross ice and then gets it back from Luke Ferrara. Puck bounces around at center, gets turned over. Here comes Connolly, the shot, and a blocker save made. And the loose puck gets cleared. As Will gets tested again. Here comes Philip Hedl to the short side, save made. Grana in front, and Seacatch with the opportunity, and Jackson Whistle flashes the glove hand and makes the grab.
That was a sharp save by Whistle. Hedl wins the puck below the goal line. Zikac is ready to shoot, does so. Hasn't got a goal yet at this World Championship. Here's the turnover where Connolly, I thought he was going to step into a slapper right there. Instead, the snapshot off the bottom of the blocker. Roman Will has to turn that one aside. Will played for Tractor Chelyabinsk in the KHL this past season. Record of 17-16-3.
Shot from Cloak off a face-off win that missed the net. Cloak on the backhand will keep this in for the Czech Republic. Tetlow couldn't handle it cleanly. Tetlow gets a little bit of help there from Perlini. Perlini jams it on for Ben Lake. He got knocked down. Cloak walks in, scores! Got the winner in the last game, gets the game's first goal in this one. Lucas Cloak with his second, and it is 1-0 Czech Republic.
In the same sort of shot from last game that eluded the goaltender. Cloak gets the puck at the blue line. Some good work along the boards. As Great Britain is stripped with the puck, there's a lane to take, so he does so. And right in front of the net, Dan Lentz moves out of the way. Whistle can't see this in time. Goes up over his shoulder. As Cloak, look, he's got the head up the whole time. He's just looking to get it past traffic. And that is into the back of the net. 1-0 for the Czech Republic.
Walked in, head up, found his spot, and put the puck exactly where he wanted to. And a 1-0 lead for the Czech Republic on Cloak's second of this championship.
Looked like Great Britain had control of the puck along the boards just for a split second. Stripped back to the point, costly error.
What you talked about earlier, the inability when they have control in their own zone to make sure it gets out.
Well, under pressure, they do tend to panic a little bit.
Fleck to the front of the net for Schmeichel, and a save made by Whistle.
And the tougher part is that they played less than 20 hours ago in this building. So fatigue lends itself to poor decisions. Here's Schmeichel with another nice glove save by Jackson Whistle. It's kind of gobbles that puck up with that glove.
Well, and we talked last game, the game against Sweden for Great Britain, whether fatigue was starting to set in a little bit. A lot of them did not play all year. Had a abbreviated tournament to kind of get ready for this and have some league games under their belt. Richardson will carry this in. Richardson takes it wide, lets the shot go to the short side, save made. Richardson averaging just over 20 minutes of ice time per game, leads Great Britain in average ice time. There's a look at Cloak's goal.
Some traffic in front, and Richardson got turned to the side instead of boxing out his man for his goaltender to see it. This is the 6th game for Great Britain in less than 9 days because of the turnaround yesterday, playing against Sweden at 4:15, and then the early start here in Riga at 12:15.
Richardson at the line, fakes the shot, spins it back, no one there, and grabbed off, and lead pass now for Dominik Kubalik, just beyond his reach as Hronek tried to spring Kubalik. Play back to the line for Musil. Musil lets the shot go, blocked. Filip Zadina's on it. Zadina plays it back for Musil, on for Kovac, down for Hronek. Hronek looking back door, gets it to the net, scramble in front. Kubalik got a jam at it, and it makes its way to the near side boards, and Dowd will play it back for Tetlow, on for Liam Kirk, away from him, and Kovac will carry it right back in.
That's twice Kirk has kind of fanned on a play that he wants to do. Earlier it was a shot, that was the dump in.
And you wonder if we're not just dealing with physical fatigue, but mental fatigue, perhaps, with this Great Britain squad a little bit. They've played a lot of hockey in a short time. Zikac takes it wide. Zikac works it loose. 1-0 Czech Republic. Back at the line for Libor Hayek. Puts it back for Hedl. Filip Hedl. He came into the league, played as the youngest player in the league. Return in the National Hockey League. Return pass for Hedl. That missed. Jacob Brana will play it back down low. Zikac on for Hedl. Cleared away from him, and Kieran Long will send this up for Lakowitz. Kieran Long was trying to make it an odd man rush, and Jakob Brana tossed it into high gear. And if there was going to be a potential 2-on-1, it turned into a 2-on-2 very quickly.
Well, that's the NHL legs of some of the players for the Czech Republic. And Zadina, Kubalik, Vrana, Hedl. That's, you know, 4 of their top 6 forwards who all have NHL experience and NHL skill and speed.
2019, it was the line of Voracek, Frolik, and Dominic Simon that had the terrific tournament. In fact, Jake Voracek set a Czech Republic record for points in a single tournament with 16. Frolik had 14. Simon had 12.
The Czechs always put together one line that just seems unstoppable. The Slovaks have that in their top line. These 2 teams or nations will face each other in the final day of competition here.
In across for Spacek, championship for him this year in Trnich. After 3 years with the Manitoba Moose of the American Hockey League. This gets pitched up at center and backhanded in by Hammond. Roman Will stops it, clears it. This gets played back to the blue line by Ferreira. Intercepted, and Spacek will lift it up at center ice for Lentz. He'll drop it back. Stransky puts on the brakes, sends it back to the blue line. Hronek takes a look, walks in, lets the shot go, and another good save by Jackson Whistle. Whistle played game 1 against Russia, let in 4 early by the 11-minute mark, but after that settled in and played very well for Great Britain.
Well, to go up against Russia as your first game when you haven't really had a lot of competition other than just playing against yourselves in practice, that was a lot to take on.
Liam Kirk plays this into the slot. That gets gobbled up by Zadina. He'll play it for his Detroit Red Wing teammate Hronek. Hronek will carry in, try to get it back to Zadina. Kovac has the loose puck. On for Zadina. Quick shot. That never got to the net. Hronek carries in. Hronek on for Kovac. Hronek heads for the front of the net. The pass back for Sklenichka. And another save by Whistle. Zadina jumps on the loose puck. And back to the line off the stick of Sklenichka. And he'll regroup at center ice. Back for Zadina. He'll leave for Sklenichka. Takes it wide on Long. And Liam Kirk with a good play. Or rather, Betteridge with the play on the far side boards. Picks it up. Shot to the short side. Kind of a redirect there.
Sklenichka tried to kick it behind his own net. Kicked it to his goaltender.
And Roman Will had to be careful with that. Lakowitz goes after it. Lakowitz in a battle on the far side with Vrana. And Sklenichka will come up with it. On for Cloak. Cloak will work it to center. Off the stick of Vrana. Seacatch tried to play it down low, but Tetlow's there to break it up and sends Ben Davies away. Sulak first on the loose puck. Great Britain changing, so some room for big Sulak. On for Schmeichel. He'll put on the brakes. He'll pitch this in behind the Great Britain net. Grabbed off by Fleck. Fleck will put this back for Schuster. Back for Fleck. Walks it in. Dishes it off to Sulak. Sulak takes it around the net. Back for Andre Schuster. And another save, and a good one, by Jackson Whistle. Jones will clear this out at center. And Great Britain will start another line change. In across for Schmeichel. We have a pile up at the door of the Great Britain bench as Spacek went down. And an icing call here coming against Great Britain.
Sklenichka on the back check. This puck from Betteridge is going to go to the front of the net. And right-footed volley towards the goaltender to keep him into things. There's the Hronek shot towards the net. Jackson Whistle spinning around in the crease. As this, he gets his glove on it and sweeps it away. As chances pile up for the Czech Republic with 14 shots so far against Great Britain.
Spacek will face off. Hammond will take this face-off. 54% so far in the face-off department is Mike Hammond, winning 22 of 42 coming into this game. Matthew Myers is the best face-off man for Great Britain at 63%. And this face-off will be in the Czech Republic zone. 1-0 Czech Republic with the lead, under 5 to go in the opening period. Tuesday against Switzerland will end the World Championship for Great Britain, at least as far as the preliminary round is concerned. Still an opportunity for them to get into the quarterfinals, but certainly tough sledding ahead. They'll need to win this game and then go on from there. Right now it is Denmark that is sitting in that fourth and final spot. Denmark will play later today. Triple header Saturday here in Latvia. Kovac in his own zone. Russia, Switzerland, and Slovakia, all with 9 points in Group A. Denmark with 8. Those are the 4 top spots. Then you have Sweden, Czech Republic, Great Britain, and Belarus. There's another shot by Klopp. That got deflected. And we'll have another stoppage of play and another face-off.
That Russia-Switzerland game coming up after this one will be a banger, as they say.
Should be a good one.
It should. Swiss stubbed their toe against Sweden 7-0, but they've been, talk about a Czech Republic power play. The Swiss have taken it one step further.
Yeah, we've had a couple of toe stubs in this World Championship, as you always do. I think there are simply some days where the games just catch up to you.
Yeah, Switzerland has 9 power play goals to lead the tournament in that regard on 20 opportunities.
Yeah, they lead in power play goals and lead in power play chances. Cross ice pass from Jacob Vrana. It bounces off the stick of Blumel, and Tetlow for Great Britain will play it around for Lakowitz. Sulak is in from the line. In a battle for a loose puck, and the puck ends up on the stick of Hedel. Cross ice for Vrana, and Vrana's blast goes off the stick and up and out of play. 1-0 here in the opening period. Face off to the left of the Canadian-born Jackson Whistle. Clements snaps this up the middle. Kovac is there to break it up. Musil misfired on his pass. David Musil, born in Canada as well. Son of František Musil. His brother Adam Musil is not in the lineup for the second straight game for the Czech Republic. Hronek, his pass up for Kovac. Good play there by Matthew Myers to break that up, and Hronek will try it again.
Myers is such a good face-off man, so when he goes up against this top line for the Czech Republic, he's able to win it in his own zone, and they could just get it and release some pressure.
They've taken 65 face-offs coming into this game for Great Britain, 141 for a 63% success rate. That was 6th best in the tournament. Ben Lake lets the shot go off the side of the net for Hammond, and he couldn't knock it down quick enough.
To dig it out of his feet. Lake did a good job to get that puck towards the net, just trying to muscling it towards the goaltender, and Hammond off the glove side post was running out of an angle and was trying to get that puck from between his legs to up over the glove.
Here comes Fleck. Fleck will take it wide. Intercepted, and Liam Kirk on the far side. An Arizona draft pick will play it back. Jones through the middle, and here comes Kirk with a shot. I'm wanting to say this all day, so I'm going to say it now, and he shot the puck at will.
You're sitting on it for that long.
Well, yeah. Spacek plays it back at the line for Sulak. Sulak will go cross ice for Hronek, try to get it back for Sulak. And it gets deflected away, back up in center. Spacek is on it. Spacek for Stransky. Stransky will take it wide on Richardson. Into the final 90 seconds of the period. Shot by Spacek and a good save. Stransky plays it back at the line for Sulak. It got rolling and came out to center ice. Sulak pulls away from Dowd, carries it right back in. Cross it goes for Stransky, and another big save. Jackson Whistle coming across and getting a blocker on the blast from Stransky.
Just stretching out that right arm as Sulak hustles in, and it gets moved across to Stransky. That is looking like it's going into the net and blockered away. Here's Hammond trying to find it and get it up over the pad. Instead, it hits the bottom of the goaltender's pad. Stransky played for Ocelari Trinitz. 52 points in 50 games for him. Trinitz won the championship this past season in the Czech Extra League.
This gets played all the way down the ice, and an icing call against Great Britain. Face-off will come back.
Trinitz had made the final the last 3 years, winning the last 2, both against Liberets, the Billy Tigre or White Tigers.
We were there for the World Junior Championship. As the Czech Republic has hosted both World Championships and World Junior Championship action. Taken out through center ice, chipped off the glass by Phillips. He'll send it back in, and Cloak hustles back into his own end. And we have a pile-up in the corner. And we'll let them sort it out. Finally, it does come loose, and Hronek will play it back for Cloak. Kovac will drop it back, and here comes Kubalik with 20 seconds to go in the period. Drops for Zadina. He was looking high glove, and Jackson whistles in a groove.
He certainly is. Glove side has been his strength in this game. Off the rush by the Czechs. Zadina had a couple of more strides given to him from the top of the circle in. Can't get it up over that left arm of Jackson Whistle. 25-year-old. Last 2 seasons with the Nottingham Panthers.
Hansel out to take the face-off. He is the Czech Republic best face-off percentage guy at 62.9%, number 6 in the World Championship. there along with Matthew Myers of Great Britain. Slap shot by Lakowitz, and that gets turned aside, and the first period comes to an end.
And for Great Britain, keeping it close and making sure that the game doesn't get away from them in the first 20.
95 shots against in the last 5 periods for Great Britain, and down 1 after 20 minutes here.
Czech Republic 1, Team Great Britain 0. Shots on goal in the first period. Team Great Britain 9, Team Czech Republic 18.
Come on, boys. Go. Go ahead.
Great Britain down 1, outshot 18-9 in that opening period by the Czech Republic. And Lukas Klok with the only goal, Spacek with the assist. And Roman Will faced all 9 that, or stopped all 9 that he faced in that opening period. Certainly the busier of the two netminders was Jackson Whistle, stopped 17 of the 18 that he has stopped, as it's now up to 96 shots against in the last 5 periods for Great Britain.
A lot of those stops, a little unorthodox for Whistle, but he's found a way, whether it's with the glove or diving around in the crease, and keeping his team believing they can get one to tighten this game up a little closer and go from there.
Filip Zadina will dump this in. 8 minutes of ice time in that opening period for Zadina. Filip Hronek led the way at 8:31. He also led the way in shots on goal with 3. Michael Spacek was the best face-off man for the Czech Republic, winning 3 of the 3 that he took. Hronek will send this back in. Robert Lakowicz won 4 of 4 face-offs for Great Britain. In for Hronek, scores! Filip Hronek with some nice hands in tight. Goes to the backhand, and the Czech Republic with the early goal 33 seconds in, and it's 2-0.
Sweet move by Hronek, sensing the turnover. Here's Tetlow with the pass behind the net. Richardson can't handle it. Hronek's already coming in, dangle backhand. And so casual as he's able to quickly put it through the skates of the defender, get to the backhand. The outstretched right pad of Whistle can't stop this one. And 33 seconds into the second period, it's a 2-0 lead for the Czech Republic.
First of the championship for Filip Hronek to go along with 3 assists.
Not to come down hard on Great Britain, but they had the puck behind the net. It was a slow pass from D to D, and that allowed the Czech Republic to pounce on it. And it's moved quickly out front from Zadina, who has played in leagues that are faster than this at the NHL level, when the competition is also faster. And so he's able to read that, strip the puck, and Hronek saw all that and was already moving in to get it. Nice move in tight at the end.
This gets chipped out at center. Mike Hammond will hustle back into his own end. His cross-ice pass that was intended for Phillips almost got picked up by Jacob Brana. Jammed up the boards, but Czech Republic after it again. And Ben Lake finally will gain control, get to center. Dodge a check there from Sulak, and he'll send it deep. Stransky with some speed. Stransky hits the line, takes it wide. Stransky, backdoor play. There may have been some room up top, short side for Stransky. On a great burst of speed for the former Saskatoon Blade. Stransky again to the front of the net, scramble. Schuster gets a whack at it. Philip Passan, the coach of the Czech Republic, before the game said, we want to push this game. And they have.
There was a wonderful glove save by Jackson Whistle amidst all that calamity at the front of the net.
Schmeichel will chip this up the boards, and here comes Spacek. Takes a look, he'll drop it back, get it back from Schmeichel. Plays it for Hronek. Hronek at the line. He'll leave it there. On his way to the bench is Sulak. Hronek throws it cross ice. Off the bench is Musil. Great Britain felt that maybe Sulak wasn't off the ice in time for Musil to play that. Turning and finding some room is Hansel. Sends it back for Schmeichel. And Schmeichel had it knocked off his stick by Clements. Clements up the boards, but Musil trying to hold it and can't, but this will result in an icing call against Great Britain.
Czechs come out flying in this second period. Stransky to the front of the net. Just deflected away at the last moment by Clements. Here's Stransky, then take it himself right to the blue paint. Dallas Earnhardt can't stop that pass. Schuster comes in. What a wonderful save by Jackson Whistle to keep this close here in this early part of the second period, but boy, the Czechs have turned it up a notch.
They have found another gear here in the second period, and it comes after they had 18 shots on goal in the opening period. Kubalik at the line for Hronek. Zadina tried to get it back to Kubalik, intercepted by Jonathan Phillips, and the captain of this Great Britain squad. 9th straight year he has worn the C, other than their last game when he handed it off to Matthew Myers, who has the puck now, plays it in deep. Myers was in his 100th IIHF game. Nice gesture there.
Well, the general manager for Great Britain, Andy Buxton, also completed his 100th game managing the program and was presented with a nice bottle of whiskey.
Perhaps that was better than the jersey. No. Here comes Ben Davies. He'll bank this off the boards and in. Seacatch back for it, chips it on for Libor Hayak, another former Saskatoon Blade. Through for Seacatch, leaves for Jacob Brana, fakes, lets the shot go, and that never got to the net. Dow trying to play it up the boards for Great Britain. Ends up on the stick of Connolly. He'll send it out at center, and Schuster will send it right back in. Seacatch into the slot, shot, score! Sulak takes the pass after Seacatch held it in at the blue line. In the Czech Republic, off and running here with a 3-0 lead.
Off and running, Sulak was off the bench and into the play. Spacek had the puck in the high slot after the entry into the zone. Schuster's there helping out, but it goes to Spacek, and I could hear Sulak calling for the puck up here. He wanted it. Seacatch with the pass, moved across right there from Spacek. And Sulak, low blocker. Tough for Whistle to react to that.
Sulak gets the goal, his first of this championship. And Michael Spacek will pick up his second assist of the hockey game. And the Czech Republic up 3-0. Trying to run the win streak to 3 after starting 0-2. About Stransky being a former Saskatoon Blade, played in the 2013 Memorial Cup. He's won a Calder Championship, won a Czech Republic title with Krenitz. This gets sent up at center and snapped in. Spacek takes it around center. Stransky's there, and Whistle gets the left pad down. Perlini on the loose puck for Hammond. He'll swing it cross ice. Clements chased back into his own zone. And the regroup there for Earhart. His pass goes off a skate. Stransky jumps on it. Stransky down for Hansel, back for Stransky. Puts it back in behind the net. Hansel to the near corner for Fleck. Back for Hansel. Leaves it at the line. Hronek tees it up, wires it, got blocked with the pad of Whistle. And now taken by Hammond, and he'll put it back into the Czech Republic zone. Great Britain changing. Hronek, Hansel, on it goes for Schmeichel, back for Hansel, save made, Whistle. Played back for Hronek. Hronek immediately recognized that Great Britain was making a wholesale change. Cloak plays it back. Kovac gets it back for Cloak, being watched by Betteridge. Fleck will play it back at the line. Kubalik, and a misfire by Sklenichka. Gets it back for Kubalik. Cross ice, Zadina. He'll play it for Cloak. They play give and go. Sklenichka gets into the game. Lets the shot go to the short side. Turned away by Whistle. Kubalik is on it. Gets it back. Another shot. That's ticked off the blocker. Whistle and goes wide.
Whistle just took a big breath right there, boy. All sorts of traffic and shots coming his way.
Misfire by Sklenichka, but he gets it again. Then he gets tripped up, and a penalty is coming against Great Britain, as it's going to be Kieran Long, who has now gone to the bench to try and hide. But he will be the guilty party for Great Britain. In across for Kovac. He'll drop it into the slot for Vrana. He'll leave for Cloak. Cloak up top. Schuster and Cloak play give and go. Cloak down for Vrana. Vrana trying to come back door. It's deflected but not controlled, so play goes on. 6 attackers on the delayed call. Cross ice for Vrana. Cloak for Seacac. For Schuster. For Seacac. And finally, it will get blocked by Ben Davies and then cleared down the ice by Ferreira. And a power play coming for the Czech Republic. Czech Republic will go to the power play for the second time. Angelo Michelli has tied the game for Italy with Kazakhstan. Alex Patan, Daniel Frank pick up the assists on that, so that one is 1-1. Face-off win here by Matthew Myers, and he'll play it all the way down the ice. Sulak will play it on for Spacek. Spacek will carry it in. Great Britain on the penalty kill. They've killed 14 of 19 coming into this shorthanded situation. Spacek controls. Little flip pass back for Sulak. On for Vrana. Cross ice Spacek. Didn't get all of it. Earhart at the side of the net. Trying to clear Kant. Stransky in tight. Gets it back for Spacek. He'll play it for Sulak. They keep getting closer and closer to that net. Vrana, Sulak, Spacek scores. No, off the post.
I thought that was in too.
Back it comes at the line for Vrana. Vrana tees it up, doesn't shoot it. Now it gets away from him. Vrana plays give and go with Big Stransky. No shooting lane. Now he'll get it to Spacek. Spacek, Vrana up top, short side. That ticks off the crossbar. Maybe off the cheater of the glove of Whistle as well. Back for Spacek. Vrana tries another one. Again, Whistle comes across and gets in front of it. Centered in front, and now Ben Davies will clear it down the ice.
Jackson Whistle is doing everything he can to limit the damage. A glove save. There was the one-timer that came off something at the net in a funny fashion. I'm with you, Dennis. I thought it hit the back pad of the net and came out, but play continues.
Hronek has it at the top of the circle, sends it for Zadina. Zadina walks it in. Another save by Whistle. Might have taken that one right off the mask.
He did. That's a couple he's had right off the forehead in this game.
It is a shooting gallery. And now the power play is over. Lakowitz puts it to the front of the net. Kubalik all the way back down to take it away. And then Kubalik trying to spring C-catch. Too much on that pass. And an icing call here against the Czech Republic.
Those chances earlier from the second unit. This is the one-timer. Off the pad, off the post. Should have never doubted you, Dennis.
Well, I thought it was in initially.
Bad the second time, I mean.
Yeah.
There's the one off the post. So one-timers. And again, that's the second unit for the Czech Republic. Their top unit came out after that and had a couple of chances as well.
Jackson Whistles faced 26 shots. And we are now at the midway mark of this game.
Well, we're close enough to the action that that slap shot from Spacek went off the left pad, and we could hear the sound off the pad from the puck.
Cross for Kluck, slows it down, throws it to the front of the net. That got turned away as Fleck was looking for Schmeichel. Lead pass for Perlini, too far for him. And now an icing call against Great Britain.
Fleck had the empty net goal against Sweden to secure the win for the Czech Republic 4-2. The guy can really skate. He also had the opening goal for the Czech Republic against Russia in a game where the Czechs got the first goal, Russia scored. Russia scored, Czechs tied. Russia scored, Czechs tied. And then Russia scored with 19 seconds left. Grigorenko, who's not playing, hadn't played for Russia the last couple of games. Russia's opening game victory there.
4-3 win for Great Britain over Belarus is the one win for Great Britain in this championship. They also have an overtime loss. That one was to Denmark. But they were up 4-1 early in the third period. Mike Hammond scored to make it 4-1 against Belarus. And from that point on, it seems that the confidence of Great Britain has been shaken a little bit because Belarus came on big time, got it to 4-3, couldn't find the tying goal, but they had 22 shots in that third period, and you wonder if that isn't the point where maybe Great Britain started to feel a little bit of physical and mental fatigue.
And Ben Bounds, their normal starting goaltender, was under siege in that game, not dressed in this one.
Neither number one netminder dressed in this one. Simon Hrubec not dressed for Czech Republic. Slovakia coming up later will be minus a couple of players. Pospisil has been suspended for one game. Rozandic has been suspended for one game. Czech Republic with a 3-0 lead here in the second period. Czech Republic with a 3-0 lead. Our second game here today will be Switzerland and Russia. Tarasenko and Orlov are skating now with Russia. And not ready for the game today, but will be ready for the next game for Russia. And there is some talk that Sergei Bobrovsky might be making his way over. Whistle with another save, and then he gets taken out of position there by Tetlo's defenseman. Puck is cleared out at center ice, and David Musil will play it back for Philip Hedl. Hedl dances his way in, scores, what a goal. Philip Hedl looked like he was going around the net, pulls it back through his legs and pops it up top 4-0 Czech Republic.
While the play was in the neutral zone, I was watching only Whistle after he was contacted by his own defenseman. He got up, he kind of did the lean against the crossbar, and before he knew it, this turnover was coming right to him. He wasn't really set, leaving that post early, and Hedl, of course, can find a spot to put the puck into, and he does so there. And if Whistle just stays on that post, there's no room, but Hedl is able to find it by shoveling it upstairs. Now 4-0. It's going from bad to worse here in the second period for Great Britain.
Second of the tournament for Philip Hedl. And the Czech Republic taking control of this game. Just back to the netminder, Simon Hrubec is not dressed for this game. Ben Bounds is, but he is the backup to Jackson Whistle in this one. Cloak back in his own zone. David Musil will pick up an assist on that goal, his first point of this championship. To the front of the net again, and Jackson Whistle had to be careful with that.
Zadina poking at that puck as Czech Republic are coming up with speed, and their skill allows them to get pucks right towards the front of the net, get some sticks on them, and making Whistle's afternoon even longer.
Great Britain has not had a shot on goal here in the second period. There's a shot, another save. Cleared up at center, Earhart plays it on for Lakowicz. Lakowicz the shot deflected as it came off Sklenichka. Cloak at the side of the net. In behind the net now, trying to get a stick on it. Ben Lake is there, it's jammed away from him. Stransky had it, lost it. Lake gets it back at the line for O'Connor. Shot, and there's a save, the first one of the period for Roman Will. Back to the line, Perlini for O'Connor. Misfired on the shot. Ben Lake plays it back for Hammond. Hammond trying to swing it back to the blue line. It got blocked. Hammond stays on it, throws it back for Ben Lake. Lake back to the blue line. Clements will play it back in behind the net. Perlini trying to center it, comes back at the line for O'Connor. That's blocked in front of the net by Libor Hayek. And this gets cleared all the way back down the ice. Spacek sends it back along the boards. Ooh, big hit in behind the net as Lentz took a solid jolt there from Clements.
I think the energy is just running out of the tank here for Great Britain. Czech Republic had 2 days off before they played Sweden on Thursday, had yesterday off, and are brimming with confidence here in this second period.
Late pass for Connolly, too far for him. Connolly to the backboards. Sulak knocked it away from him. Kirk giving chase, but Spacek takes it on for Stransky. Stransky's got some jump in his stride here in the second period.
He's getting more ice time and wants to do something with it.
Schuster in his own zone, almost turned that over to Dowd. Robert Dowd tries to work it out of the corner against Schuster. Gets it on for Connolly. Connolly will send it down for Liam Kirk. To the line for Tetlow. On and off the stick of Dowd. And now Roman will send it around the boards. Schmeichel will deflect it out. And Tetlow back into his own end. Plays it behind his own net for Earhart. Dallas Earhart will park there as the teams will complete a line change.
These two teams were in different groups in 2019, didn't face each other.
Last played in 1939 is the last time the Czech Republic and Great Britain played in World Championship play.
Ah, yes. February 9th, as a matter of fact. It's a 2-0 win.
I joked earlier that there's no one in this game that played in that game. And no, I didn't broadcast that game.
Canada won that World Championship. It was in Switzerland, Basel, and Zurich.
Roenick at the line, dishes off. Fleck with the blast. Another save for Jackson Whistle. Fleck has it again, and another save for Jackson Whistle. And he'll hang on for the whistle. We'll get a face-off with under 4 to go here in the second period. Kazakhstan has got in front of Italy 3-1 with a couple of goals. That championship in 1939 that we talked about, Czech Republic and Great Britain, it was a club team that went over from Canada.
It certainly was. The Trail Smoke Eaters representing Canada, that 1939 European Championship. Canada placing first, the USA was second, Switzerland came third, Great Britain placed eighth. Got the roster in front of me for the Trail Smoke Eaters. Maybe we'll get into that in the third period.
This gets sent cross ice. Hronek plays it across. Seacatch will dump it back. Hronek will try it again. And this will get deflected out of play.
A couple of Czech goals to take a look at here. His cloak, reminiscent of his goal against Sweden, walks in, puts it upstairs. Hronek with the nice stick handling. That's a defenseman, ladies and gentlemen. And then Sulak, another defenseman. And here's Cheadle with the, or Heedle, pardon me, with the cheeky goal near side. Coming into this game, the Czech Republic had 0 goals from their defensemen. Now they have one from, well, the cloak goal, pardon me, and then Heedle adds to it. And Hronek, the offensive defenseman, with his first of the tournament.
Lots of history at the World Championship surrounding these teams. We talked about Belarus yesterday with the dissolution of the Soviet Union. Of course, Czechoslovakia became Czech Republic and Slovakia January 1st, 1993, kind of mid-tournament. And there were some players in that tournament that convinced some of their teammates that they then had to play an extra game, which was not the case. Czech Republic finished 7th the first year on its own, then 4th, and then went on a terrific run of 4 gold and 2 bronze in a 6-year stretch.
Yeah, they had the bronze in 97, 98, and then they upped it to a more precious value with a gold in 99, 01, 99, 2000, and 01 as well. And then they had the goal that started off in 96.
Penalty coming up on the play. It is going to go to Schuster. And this gets touched on the far side.
Slashing call to Schuster. He actually broke his stick and then was handed a stick from Stransky. So he'll go to the bench to get a new twig. Right there's the slash on Dowd, who controlled the puck continually, and this allows Great Britain an opportunity with the man advantage.
So Andre Schuster, the former Tampa Bay Lightning, finished his career up with the Anaheim Ducks. First World Championship for him. 2016 World Cup NC2A at the University of Nebraska. 323 NHL games played with Tampa Bay, or in the NHL, 318 with Tampa. Slap shot to the short side by Robert Dowd. That's turned away. Dowd stays with it. It ends up back at the blue line for Hammond, on for O'Connor. O'Connor plays it back for Hammond. Back up top for O'Connor. First power play of the game for the Czech Republic. Slap shot. Libor Hayek blocked that, and that hurts. And then Hansel gets in front of that shot from O'Connor. Hammond staying on it. Great defensive play there by Musil to dive and jam it out.
Coming into this game, the British were 1 for 10 on the power play. That goal, Liam Kirk against Russia. And he's not out on the ice right now. He's standing at the bench waiting to go.
Penalty kill has been an area of concern for the Czech Republic. O'Connor goes cross ice, short side try by Perlini, or rather by Ben Lake, and a save made. And Will hang on to it.
That's got to be a one-timer if it can be. It was a hard pass coming in Dowd, but he wasn't able to take it and shoot it all at once. This one he did off Hayek. Boy, that always looks like it's going to hurt. That's Dowd with the slapper. Perlini then digs the puck back out, and after that, a chance for Lake.
Czech Republic killing 11 of 16 coming into this shorthanded situation, 68.7%. That is 14th in the World Championship. So interesting, their power play number 1 coming into today's action.
They had that meltdown against the Swiss where they allowed 4 power play goals.
Connolly turns, plays it back at the line. Richardson for Kirk and back for Richardson. As they'll play catch up top. Richardson lets it go. And it gets batted in. Will had it in his glove. Lost it, and Perlini in front of the net, I think was the last one to get it, or was it Myers? May have been Myers, 8, not 9. It is Myers, and a power play goal for Great Britain.
After some slow passing up top, then Liam Kirk moves off to the side. And it's this hard snapshot that looks like it's deflected, and Myers is able to poke it between the pads. Richardson with the shot, out of the glove, through the legs, and Will went off the inside of his left leg, off the glove, inside of the left pad, and sneaks over the line for Matthew Myers.
One of those that has to get caught. Zadina in with the shot. That's off the stick, and that deflects up and out of play. So the penalty kill continues to be an area of concern for the Czech Republic.
They're in good structure here, and they allow the shot right down the tube. Well, this should have been a whistle because of a puck that should have gone into the glove. I think Jackson Whistle on the other side would have been able to catch that. He's had a very strong glove hand so far in this hockey game.
Kovac on for Philip Zadina for Kubalik. Dying seconds here of the second period. Bouncing puck off a skate, ends up in the far corner. And the second period will come to an end. The shots 32-14 in favor of Czech Republic, and a 4-1 lead after 40 minutes of play.
Go down and stay still and watch me with it. Thank you. Hey, sticks on the ice. Go boys, go boys, go boys. Time. Good job. Good job. Pojďte, dobrých 20 vole, pojďte. Ne, jdeme normálně, takhle.
Pojďte vole, jako uděláme 2-3, tak budeme načínat příští zápas, jak říká Kuba. Pojďte souboje. Pojď, Tíťo, pojď ještě, vole. To je ono, ukaž ty nožičky, vole. Pojď. To je ono, Splenda, pojďte, jednodušší, maločí, vole. Z toho jsme dali góly, ne nějaký, vole, vymrdále, vole. Jednoduchá hra. Pojďte do kačky. Tady dáme 20 minut naplno, pojďme!
Roman Willis, top 13 of 14 that he has faced in this game. Is a power play goal by Great Britain. Second power play goal of the tournament for Great Britain, and Jackson Whistle has been very busy and very good for Great Britain. Czech Republic trying to nail this one down. This will be game 5 for the Czech Republic. A regulation win, 8 points. They move into a tie with Denmark with 8 points apiece. And two of the teams that are battling for that final playoff spot, Sweden sits at 6 points. But like Denmark, Sweden has already played 5 games. And Czech Republic and Denmark will be a 4:15 local start on Monday. So that's setting up to be a big game. Played at center no further. Lenz will send it back in, goes in after with Tetlow. Joshua Tetlow takes him up, pass in front for Kubalik, and that missed the net. Liam Kirk, 5 goals in the World Championship for him. He is the leader in that department coming into today's action. There's a shot from the high slot, and that's off the stick and up into the netting.
Kirk got a helper on the only goal for Great Britain in this game as well, so he adds to his totals there, his first assist. You see Richardson going to the bench, that puck shot up high. He's trying to box out Kubalik, and this goes off his shoulder.
Richardson has played 15 minutes of this game, leads Great Britain in that category. Filip Zadina, 15-12. is the top ice time getter for the Czech Republic after 40 minutes. Filip Hronek is in behind him at 14-15. Hronek has 5 shots on goal. That is tops for the Czech Republic. And Michael Spacek has won 4 of 4 faceoffs that he has taken. Has a couple of assists in the game. Jacob Vrana tries to swing that down to the front of the net. On the loose puck is Skleníčka. Skleníčka tried to play it to the front. It goes off a stick in behind, but controlled by the Czech Republic. Guido plays it down low. Vrana goes after it. Back into the slot. Skleníčka tried to get the shot away. Couldn't. Backhand try in tight from Seacatch, and that got blocked by Whistle. Seacatch goes cross ice. Hedel. And Hedel will dish it off for Vrana. Vrana comes near side for Cloak. Cloak will send it cross ice. Skleníčka as the Czech Republic starts a line change. Dished off for Vrana. Vrana gets pressured, tried to back pass, it got intercepted. And that will allow Great Britain to get a much-needed change in.
Back in the second period, the Czech Republic did a very good job of controlling play in the offensive zone because their bench, the forwards' door is inside the zone. They were able to keep the pressure on and systematically change a player each and every time to almost do a full line change while controlling the puck. They tried to do that again there. And that just makes it tougher on Great Britain. They get the puck out of the zone, all they want to do is head to the bench.
Stransky was unable to clear. Puck bounces towards the front of Roman Will. In nets for the Czech Republic. Now grabbed off, and Schuster will send it up at center. Got away from Spacek. Jones will send it on for Lakowitz. His pass gets intercepted at center ice and right back up the ice for Spacek. He played it down low, and I think Zadina thought they had more people with them on that play, and Zadina now heads to the bench on the change. Here comes Sklenichka. He'll play it into the corner. David Sklenichka, 1 full year with Laval, Montreal's farm team. Started the following year there and then left and headed for Jokerit of the KHL. Lead pass for Hansel off his stick. And Clements back into his own end for Richardson. Richardson the log pass. Libor Hayak knocked it down, but it ends up onto the stick of Phillips. He'll play it around the boards. And now grabbed off, but the pass was in behind Schmeichel. And Clements will chase this back into his own end.
Phillips is the second oldest player, the oldest one in Group A at 38 years old. He'll be 39 in July.
Richardson gets to the red line and sends it in. Roman Will couldn't trap it. Connolly couldn't get it to the front of the net. Tries again. Pass comes off the near side boards for Dave Phillips. He'll send it down low, intercepted off the backboards, and this will get cleared by Cloak. Cloak opened the scoring in this game for the Czech Republic. In across the line, Lenz with the shot. Jackson Whistle turned that aside.
Kubalik cruising in. That puck just went by him as he was going past that left side post.
3 goals from defensemen for the Czech Republic in this game. There's a good net drive by Liam Kirk. And Roman Will makes the save. This gets turned over. Kirk has it again. Scores! No! Looked like it got through the netbinder. And now play gets whistled down and a roughing call coming to Sulak.
He thunder crunched Connolly to the ice when those two came together. Liam Kirk had the opportunity. There was a turnover near the blue line. Capitalized upon after Kirk had a earlier foray into the zone. Here's the gaining of speed, coming to the neutral zone and getting this offering towards the goaltender. Then he hangs around and gets the puck back. This shot goes off the glove. The goaltender was looking over his shoulder. That's Will. And then Sulak decides he's had enough of Connolly. Roughing call. Great Britain on the power play.
So a chance to get to within 2 here in the third period, and Philip Bassan, the head coach of the Czech Republic, would love to see a penalty kill here and try and build some confidence in that area of their game. Sent across for Hammond. Hammond's pass goes off the stick. Taken at the side of the net by Musil. Snapped it up the boards. Got kept in there by Ben Lake, though. Perlini trying to spin off a check. Lake in there trying to find a loose puck. Comes back to the blue line. Kept in by O'Connor. Down for Perlini. Lake will chase this to the far side boards along with Stransky. And picked up by Musil. Sends it around the boards, but Ben O'Connor will hold it in. Gets it down for Ben Lake. Lake back up top for O'Connor. He'll go across ice for Dowd. Gets it back. On for Hammond. Hammond plays it back for O'Connor. On for Dowd. That shot blocked. Dowd stays on it. 40 seconds now left in the power play. Schuster pressuring Lake. He'll play it around where Hammond will wait for it. Hammond back for O'Connor. O'Connor puts it down to the goal line to Ben Lake. Back for Hammond, doesn't shoot it. O'Connor plays it for Dowd. Robert Dowd back for O'Connor. Lets the shot go. Right pad save made by Will. And he'll hang on to it.
getting very selective and trying to get that shooting lane. Ben Lake does not want to let it go. That's down on the far side, holding. Finally, O'Connor through to the front of the net. Myers. There's Berlini with the tip. And Will finds it after a millisecond or two and is able to hold on to it. Ben Lake has a couple of words for the linesman.
A couple of goals over in the other building. 4-2, Kazakhstan with the lead in the third period of that game. And this will get cleared all the way down the ice, and Jackson Whistle will glove it and leave it there. Kazakhstan trying to nail that one down in regulation to move into a top spot with Finland. Now, Finland would have 2 games in hand as Finland plays later today. Schmeichel will play it back for Sklenicka. He'll dish it off for Kovac. For Lenz down low. Schmeichel on a loose puck in the corner. Liam Kirk and Phillips converge on him. And the puck is taken. No room for Richardson. And now Lenz on the puck. Under 13 to go here in the third period. Schmeichel plays it back down for Lenz. He'll leave it there for Cloak. Cloak will drop it off the bench. Here comes Seakac, and he got poke checked there by Phillips. Seakac as they start the cycle going. Lenz back at the line. Sklenicka back for big Seakac. He tried to leave it, poked away from him, but Sklenicka covers up. Onto the stick of Kovac. Cross ice, deflected away, and Cloak is there. Cloak for Vrana. Vrana cross ice for Kovac. He tried to go high, short side, in tight. Couple of chances, one by Seakac, one by Kovac. Back to the line, Sklenicka. He'll go cross ice. One-timer attempt by Vrana, and he misfired.
At times when you just stay on the outside, it's easy for the opposition. With a 4-1 lead, the Czechs will hang out around the outside and then try to make a fancy pass across a bunch of players for a scoring chance.
Cloak back to the front of the net, and another save for Jackson Whistle. Seakac will bring it back in. Sends it around the boards, and Dallas Earhart there to break it up and send it down the ice. Earhart, one of a number of Canadian-born players on this Great Britain team, but dominance in the offensive zone by the Czech Republic.
And Jackson Whistle's been busy in this game. His father, David, will coach in Britain this upcoming season in the IIHL, the British Ice Hockey League, the second highest level of hockey for the Leeds Knights in 2022.
2:49 for Kazakhstan as they take control of that game now, 6-2 over Italy. Libor Hayek slap shot, and Jackson Whistle makes the save and hangs onto it. 4-1 Czech Republic with the lead. We're going to get a goaltending change for Great Britain. Jackson Whistle took that shot up high, and something does not feel right for the Great Britain netminder.
He's been hitting the head in this game 3 or 4 times. The last, you see, he's not putting a lot of pressure on his right leg, but he's faced a lot of shots, 38 in total. Keep in mind, he hasn't played since the opener. That was against Russia, the first game of this tournament in this building back on Friday the 21st. And so with 4 goals behind him, 34 saves, Ben Bounds, the #1, will come into this hockey game. Both those goaltenders played together for Nottingham in that elite series that Great Britain tried to put on, or did put on, but a 4-team mini tournament just to get their players some actual game action before coming here.
It'll be a couple of off days for Great Britain after this game. So they will enjoy some downtime here in Riga, Latvia. Most teams, when they have the back-to-back off days, do something as a team to get out of the city, out of the hotel. And then they will practice for 1 day. Their next game is Tuesday against Switzerland. Zadina back into his own zone, pitches it across for Hayek. Libor Hayek, a Tampa Bay pick, and then traded to the New York Rangers in the Ryan McDonough deal that also involved JT Miller. Finished his WHL career with the Regina Pats after being traded from Saskatoon.
Been in and out of the lineup here. This is his 5th game.
And Zadina got spilled there. Hammond slides it on for Jones. Jones hits the line, takes it wide, drops it back. Ben Lake puts on the brakes. Hammond takes the puck, sends it back at the line. Little stutter step there for Richardson. Tried to send it back for Perlini. Perlini does catch up to it. Gets it to Ben Lake, and then Lake got stripped of the puck. And here comes Hedl. On for Kubalik, and he tried to get it back to Hedl, intercepted, and here comes Hammond. Hammond takes a look, sees who's with him, and nothing towards the front of the net. Played it around the boards, and Hedl jumps on the loose puck.
A wonderful pass from Ben O'Connor, the defenseman, from his own end.
Blumel carries in, drops for Sklenichka, save made. As Bounds gets busy early after coming in here to replace Jackson Whistle, who was shaken up. Clements, pass up the middle. This goes off of Hansel. And Roman Will comes out to play it. Misfired on it. Roman Will played 1 year in the queue for Moncton. On to Erie and San Antonio in the AHL. And then we mentioned in 15-16, 18 minutes played with the Colorado Avalanche. And then came back over and plays in the KHL. Earhart will carry it in for Great Britain. He tried to drop it back for Liam Kirk. It was almost a 3-on-1, and now it's a 2-on-1 the other way. And Schmeichel, looking high glove, puts it over top the net.
Hansel was driving to the blocker side. Schmeichel was thinking shot all the way, and there's a goal.
Nice setup in the slot for Lentz, and he gets his first of the championship, and that probably does it for the Czech Republic, as this is now a 5-1 game.
Ben Bounds had barely settled into the hockey game and faced a couple of shots before this is rifled over his glove. The 2-on-1 doesn't work, shot high. But the Czech Republic and Verona get to the puck first. Britain has the puck, they give it away. And it's a one-timer from the slot, elevated over the glove. Good work there by Hansel. And the finish by Lentz.
Kazakhstan up 7-2 in that one. So game 1 of the triple header here in this rink. Czech Republic will come away with the win, and over in Riga Arena, it will be Kazakhstan that will move to 10 points in Group B. Long floater in. Kazakhstan went 5-0 in the relegation tournament, the D1 tournament, to advance to this championship. 5-1 Czech Republic with a commanding lead. Eight minutes to go here in the third period. Great Britain looking forward to a couple of off days, down 5-1 to the Czech Republic. And the Czech Republic, after dropping the opening two games, that late goal by Mikhail Grigorenko for a 4-3 win by Russia. That goal coming with 19 seconds left in regulation when it looked like the Czech Republic might get something out of that game. Sulak back at the line for Schuster, and then it was a 5-2 loss to Switzerland. Then they regrouped, they started to build. They beat Belarus in overtime. Dominik Kubalik had the game-winning goal, a $1.23 into the extra frame. And they came off that game with that strong third period against Sweden. They were down 2-0 going into the third. Got a couple of power play goals to tie it, and then went on for the 4-2 win. Cloak had the winning goal in that one. And now trying to pick up another win here. And looking to go to 3-2.
And on the Great Britain bench, their third goalie, Jordan Headley, is dressed and on the bench wearing a protective mask. Not his regular helmet, but the backup goaltender mask over his mouth.
Hayek in behind his own net for the Czech Republic, on for Hronek. Stransky through for Spacek, back for Stransky, beyond his reach. Stransky will send it back at the line. Hronek quickly for Hayek. Hayek out-muscles Mike Hammond. He'll drop it back for Stransky. Perlini trying to stay with big Stransky. Zadina gets squeezed out there by Perlini. Back for Stransky. Shot kicked away by Bounds and taken by Hronek. He tosses that to the front of the net. Got intercepted. And O'Connor's there to clear it around the boards.
There's a time 2 games into this tournament for the Czech Republic and for Sweden. They were both 0-2.
Ben Lake trying to center that, knocked down in front of the net. Played around the boards, but Hammond jumps on the loose puck. Try on the short side there by Lake. Never got to the net. And now Spacek will play it back for Hayek and back for Spacek. He'll play it back for Hayek. And he'll park in behind Roman Will. Player changes are complete. Here comes Schmeichel. Schmeichel will drop it back. Quick shot from that far side by Fleck. Goes off a body and wide. Tetlow after it. In from the line is Cloak. Cloak got a piece of it, not enough, and Liam Kirk sends Richardson away. Richardson's pass at center got turned over, and Schmeichel right back in with now 5 left in the third. Sklenicka has it poked away from him. On for Fleck and on for Schmeichel. Schmeichel back for Fleck. Knocked off his stick by Earhart. Schmeichel follows up on the play, drops it back for Kovac. And he gets all tied up. Comes around for Sklenicka at the line. Cloak lets the shot go, and Bounds will deflect that up and out of play. 4:38 left to go. Czech Republic up by 4 here in the third. Look at Captain Kovac for this Czech Republic squad. That goal by Radan Lenz, by the way, his first IIHF World Championship tally. This is his first IIHF event for the Czech Republic.
Young team. There's a lot of firsts for a lot of these nations here in Group A.
Sulak at the line. He has his first of the championship in this game. Matthew Myers will chip this off the boards and out the center. Long shot turned away. Jaromír Jágr, by the way, is the all-time leading scorer for the Czech Republic in World Championship play with 70 points in 70 games, including 32 goals. And David Viborny leads them in games played at 102.
Jágr just finished the past hockey season with Kladno, the team he's owner with.
And says he's playing again.
Good. I just admire Jaromír Jágr. Loves the game of hockey. He's in love with the game of hockey, and it's great to see.
Years ago, went over to Kladno to try and find a young netminder, Milan Nelichka, to see if we could convince him to come to the Western Hockey League.
Oh, yes.
And there are some European players that are simply adored in their hometowns. That would be one of them. Peter Nedved, another one from Kladno.
He's the general manager of this Czech team.
Yep. Leon Draisaitl in Germany.
Ladislav Nagy for the Slovaks.
Yeah. And across the line, Czech Republic back in on the attack. That's blockered away by Ben Bounds. And the loose puck taken by Lakowitz. He'll look for some room. 982 NHL games played for Peter Nedved. Played with 7 teams. Interesting story about how he arrived over in North America. Ended up with the Seattle Thunderbirds. A terrific year there. 65 goals on 145 points. Number 2 overall in that draft by Vancouver. Owen Nolan was number 1. Stransky charges to the net. Left pad save made by Bounds.
I'm in Robotalk coming into that draft and being a Vancouverite myself, skating in the Scummers with Peter Nedved, and when there was no hitting, boy, you couldn't get the puck off him. You need 2 pucks. He would have one, and then everyone else could play with the other one. Yeah. So talented.
Clemens out of his own end. On for Ben Lake. Lake will send it in. Czech Republic lost in the bronze final 2019, lost in the quarterfinals in 2018, going 6-1 in the preliminary round in each of those years. And after a couple of losses, trying to get on a bit of a run here. Hansel in across the line. This will be win number 3 in a row for Czech Republic, and that'll set up a great game. Shot score. Sulak gets his 2nd of the game. Or did that get tipped in front by Hansel?
Well, some offense from their defense either way that they weren't able to get in the first couple of games. Seeing a real nice, hard snapshot from this man, Libor Sulak, in this game. The entry into the zone, Hansel up top, spins away from a Czech, gets it back. He is a Czech, but here we go. And this just goes right past Bounds, I think. As cruising near the front of the net was Hansel. 88 will get it.
Hansel with the feed and then heads to the front of the net. Fleck is there as well. Six goals in the 3rd period for the Kazakhstan team. Roman Starchenko has 5 points in that game. And this one has become a convincing win for the Czech Republic.
I think you got to call him first, Starchenko.
(9-3) over in that game now. So Sulak gets his 2nd of the game. Hansel will get the assist on it. So certainly the defensive core, 4 goals from the back end in this game for the Czech Republic. Cleared around the boards, and Sulak is a handful.
He is a bit of an unmade bed out there at times, but when he's given the opportunity to walk in off the blue line, we've seen his shot twice. Just rippers to the back of the net.
Cleared back at the blue line for Musil. Cross ice, Hronek. And into the final 43 seconds of this one. Slap shot from up top by Hedel. And Bounds blockers that away. Hronek is on the loose puck. He'll leave it there. Blumel will turn and send it back down along the board. Seacatch had it get away from him, and Sam Jones back into his own end for Earhart. It'll be a Sunday off for the Czech Republic, and then they'll finish up back-to-back Monday, Tuesday, Denmark and Slovakia.
Well,
Slovakia rush hour next game here.
Yeah, they thought they would be able to come away with the victory here. They are pretty confident they can beat Denmark, and then that game against Slovakia is probably going to decide the third or fourth spot in this pool.
Switzerland rush our next game here, just to clarify that. And the Czech Republic, a couple of goals from Libor Sulak. Hronek had a tally. Cloak, the defenseman, opened the scoring after getting the winner for them in the last game. And for Ben Connolly and Great Britain, a long, hard afternoon here as they give up 44 shots on goal, and they will fall to 1-5. And they will enjoy a couple of days off to try and catch their breath here before closing up against Switzerland on Tuesday.
Great Britain overmatched for most of the hockey game. They were able to get a power play marker in late second that you thought would give them some hope, but they aren't able to close any further. The starter, Jackson Whistle, seemingly injured himself in the third. Ben Bounds comes in, lets in a couple of goals, and Czech Republic winners now of 3 straight, 2 of those in regulation.
46-19, your final shots on goal. We'll have the players of the game for the 2 teams, and then we will have the Czech national anthem. Lots to choose from for the Czech Republic in this game.
Best player of Team Great Britain, number 20, Jonathan Phillips.
So Captain Jonathan Phillips will pick up the award for Great Britain.
Tremendous leader for his club.
38 years of age.
Best player of Team Czech Republic, number 78, Robin Hansel.
So Robin Hansel will pick up the player of the game for the Czech Republic.
A couple of helpers for him on the last 2 goals, but great in the face-off circle, very industrious.
Czech Republic wins it 6-1. And now the Czech Republic national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Czech Republic.
Mark, that British spark seemed to be a little dimmer today. What was missing?
I think obviously a very, very tough game yesterday against Sweden and a quick turnaround to play the 12-15 game. That's very tough. But I mean, obviously you got to give credit to the Czech Republic. They're a very good team, and you know they came at us hard, and it's a very tough game.
You guys have been constantly improving in this tournament. At this point, how does the team feel?
I mean, obviously, anytime you lose, you're disappointed. But we understand what we're up against, and you know, for us right now is to take a bit of rest and try to get back to those first 3-4 games, where we were very good.
You've been on this team for a while. I'm just curious how you're trying to possibly inspire the next generation of Brits to pick up the game with your play.
Well, it's very tough. Obviously, it's not a very popular sport back in the UK, but we hope that being here 2 years now and another year next year at least, will hopefully kids will want to get on the ice and play ice hockey.
You have one more game against the Swiss, and we've been hearing that they're going to allow fans into the crowd. How could that change the atmosphere for you?
Yeah, well, hopefully there's some fans that are on our side. Maybe that will give us a lift. Obviously, Swiss, again, a very, very good team. It'll be the last game for us, so we'll want to go out on a good note.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Lucas, your goal in the first period started things off strong. Why was that start so important for the team today?
Yeah, for sure. Like the first goal is always like important, and it's always like give you a little bit more calm, And but 1-0 lead, it means nothing in hockey. So we wanted to score like the second one and be more calm, and it happened. So it was good for us.
How did you guys just keep applying the pressure and then have that big breakout in the second period?
Yeah, we knew that Great Britain is like a really tough opponent. We saw a couple of games how they played in tournament, and their result was like really good. So we respected them as the opponent, and but we tried to play our game, and it worked. And we tried to continue it in the second period and score more goals.
You have 2 goals in this tournament, including the game winner last night, and it's your first World Hockey Championship. How was this experience for you?
It was amazing, Like I did a little bit like a stupid penalty in the first period, and I didn't play a couple of minutes because like coach was mad on me a little bit, and but then he gave me back on the ice, and I tried to do my best, and I saw the puck is coming on me, and I saw the shooting lane is open, so I tried to shoot, and it went through. So I was so happy, and it's plus that it was winning goal.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
One more question. Can you answer in Czech?
Yeah.
Maybe just talk about your first World Championship experience. How has that been for you as a rookie here?
Tak první šampionát je vždycky něco velkého, ale samozřejmě je trošku nešťastné pro mě, že to je v bublině a že si to nemůžeme užít se vším všudy s fanouškama a s lidma okolo, ale věděl jsem, do čeho jdu a chtěl jsem zabojovat do ten šampionát a získat tu nominaci, a to se povedlo, a chtěl jsem, ať jsou dědové na mě pyšní a rodiče doma, a doufám, že jsou, a jsem šťastný, že tu jsem, a snažím se co nejvíc pomoct týmu.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.